God is in control is the biggest cop-out that I hear people say all the time. And why it's the biggest cop-out and why it annoys me when people say this is because they use this as a tool for inaction. They use this as a mechanism to not do the thing that would actually take them to the next level. Because God is in control, dude. God is giving you everything that you need to make things happen in your life. This is what people are missing. Okay? Summon the courage. I need you to build that courage to actually create change in your life. Not because you need to, but because it is yourself is counting on you to do it. Stop using the term God is in control to dismiss your inaction. Do the thing that you need to do to actually push your life in the direction that you need it and want it to go. Like it's like faith without works is dead. A lot of people have this desire or this want, right, for things to turn out miraculous in their life. However, they do not understand that it takes action on their part for things to get done. If you sit around and just, God is in control, God is going to do this, God is going to do that, but you sitting on your hands, not doing anything, what do you expect? We got to get this thing together, because you say you want to start a business, right? And you have the idea for the business, right? You set a few things up to get that business started, but you haven't started prospecting, you haven't started calling around, you haven't started sending emails. You put out a few posts on Facebook, you sent out a few emails. God is in control. He gonna send me the business. Although that may be true in some aspect, you will never see this business turn out to be a multi-million-dollar business, multi-$100,000 business if you do not put in the work. What are we talking about here? So if this is in your vocabulary, God is in control, remove it. You are the operant power. You have the ability to change what's going on in your life. And so many of us love to play the victim when things are going downhill in our life, not recognizing that the reason it's going downhill is because you have power in your life and you're causing a lot of these things to happen. Now, if you can cause a lot of negative things to happen, you can cause a lot of positive things to happen as well. I feel like, well, I know this is the problem with a lot of us. We see these situations in our lives where things aren't panning out the way that we want them to or need them to. Meanwhile, you're causing all of this. God is in control. Stop it. You're controlling a lot of this stuff. And I'm a little passionate about it right now because so many of us do this, right? We think things are going to just fall into our lap, or we want them to just fall into our lap because we fail to take action. What are we talking about here? What are we doing? Right? Like, it is time to stop the victim mentality. It's time to stop saying God is in control, because God is giving you everything that you need to control your life. We have free will. We can do anything, but you have to believe that you can do anything. And so many of us believe that we can only do just so much. And that's the limiting belief. You don't believe you can do anything. We can literally do anything. If you can think it, you can do it. As a man thinketh, so is he. So if you can think, if you believe you can do something, if you believe you can't do something, you're right in both regards. I forgot who coined that term, but it's so true. Right? So I need you to change your thought process around who you are. We were built and made in God's image. We can do anything. You need to wake up and you need to tell yourself this every single day. You can do anything. Anything. It doesn't matter what it is. And if you have people around you, that are talking negative, that don't have anything good to say, get rid of them. Do you not understand? This is our one life. As far as we know, this is the only life that we get. This is the only one that we get. And you are squandering it because you don't think you have any control. You have all the control. You can do it. But you have to believe you can do it. Your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, your friends, they can't believe that you can do it. They can't be the only ones that think that you can do it. You have to believe that you can do it because they can't live your life for you. So I need you to operate out of the power that God has given you. Because if you don't, you will live a miserable life. Mainly because, again, you're victimizing yourself. You don't think you have what it takes to do anything. Have you ever heard people say, the government this, the government that, I was born into this type of, situation, so I can't do this, or I can't. Respectfully, shut up. Okay? This is not how you should be speaking to yourself. Anytime you speak to someone about yourself, you're speaking to yourself as well. One thing that I teach my son, and I'm not perfect, guys, at all, by any means, because when I doing stuff that I know I should be doing, I get on myself too, like, dude, what are you doing? Because we all have these tendencies to stray away from our God-given power and authority that we have. But back to what I was saying. I teach my son that he can do anything. Anytime he tells me that he can't, I'm like, we don't say that. He's like, Daddy, I can't do this. No, you can do it. You need help though, right? You just need a little help. Okay, yeah, I can do it. I just need some help. And there's nothing wrong with accepting help. Okay? But don't you ever let the words I can't come out of your mouth. And this is something that I've learned in my adult years. So this is something that I'm starting to do as well. I'm saying it right now. I cannot allow myself to say I can't. So I will not allow myself to say I can't. Why? Because you're limiting yourself. Not in just the area that you're referencing. So if you're saying like, I can't, I can't lift this weight. You can lift the weight. You just haven't built your muscle there yet. So instead of saying I can't lift this weight, so I can lift that weight. However, I'm building my muscle at the moment. Okay? Like you have to change how you think about these things. Never say you can't, because you can. And when you say I can't, you teach your subconscious self, your subconscious mind that, I can't. And so when you say you can't do one thing, now, and when you come into a situation that seems tough or hard, you are wired now again to say I can't. No. You can. You just need to figure out how you can. That's the thing. So if we're talking money, I can't make $1 million. No, you can make $1 million. You just haven't figured out how to make $1 million yet. Or maybe you have $1 million business sitting in the palm of your hands, but you have not taken action on that $1 million business yet. it's a reframing, guys. We have to reframe how we think about these things. Because we have so much locked up on the inside of us. So much. And if you don't have anyone around you telling you these things, I am the one that has been sent to tell you these things because you need to hear it. There's no reason that you should be walking through life victimizing yourself or others. There's no reason. So from this day forward, I want you to know and believe. And not just believe, because belief leaves room for doubt. I need you to know that you can do anything. I don't care how it looks. I don't care what it seems like. I don't care what it feels like. You can do anything. I don't know how many times I can say this. I have to talk to myself like this as well. I can do anything. If you can think it, you can do it. Okay? If you can think it, you can do it. Get from around the people that have the mindset of I can't. Get around the people that do nothing but talk negatively. Get away from it. And if you're thinking, that's all I'm around, I can't get away from these people. Stop it. You're making excuses. You can do it, you just haven't figured out how to do it just yet. But you can do it. And the quickest way that you will figure out how to do it is just to start. Because when you start, the wheels start turning. You start thinking of different ways that you can do this and do that. But when you don't even try, you're already setting yourself up for I can't. So drop the term from your vocabulary. It's a limiting piece of language. And it has no business being in your vocabulary. Now, if you just like the way that your life is, by all means, use it. But if you're watching this video, if you've gotten this far into this video, you're not that person. Okay? And next, the reason I make these videos is because I was once someone who did not believe in my ability, did not believe in the person that God has made me to be. I have developed myself and still developing myself. And I have some knowledge and some insight that a lot of guys can use. And we can learn and we can develop together. And the only way for us to do that is for us to stick together. Okay? If you do not have a community, of guys around you that push you in the right direction, I created a community called Confidence and Closers. And the point of this community is to teach confidence, because as a man, this is one of the main things that you should have, because confidence will get you through so much in life, and not just get you through, but this is a foundational aspect of your life that you should have, that will take you from one step to the next. Okay? So we teach confidence, we teach discipline, we teach self-development, we teach business and sales. As a man, you need to know how to sell. If you do not know how to sell as a man, you always gonna be looking, where's my next paycheck? You know what I'm saying? You will always be searching for a dollar. But when you learn sales, the money will come to you because you speak that language. And as a man, eventually you will have a family, unless you take the other route. But if you're someone who wants to have a family, you eventually will have to take care of this family. The only way to do that is to be a salesman. Now, you can go and be an employee somewhere, which is fine if that's what you want to do. But if you want to make real money, you have to learn how to sell on your own. You have to. And so we teach sales because the highest paid people in the entire world is salespeople. People that know how to sell an idea, a concept, a product, an invention, whatever. They know how to sell it. And so we teach that as well. And then lastly, we teach How to start a service business and make your first 100,000. Okay? Why service business? Because service businesses are a low barrier to entry. Anyone can get into service business. Anyone. You just have to be willing to work in the beginning, and then eventually you will build out a team to where you don't have to. But service business is low barrier to entry, and you can make a lot of money. The margins on service businesses are super high. Why? Because you're using your body to get things done. But this will allow you to make money the way you need to. And why do we start with 100,000? Because you have to start somewhere. I'm not going to tell you, if you've never made $100,000, I'm not going to teach you how to make $1 million. We can't teach how to make $1 million to people that haven't even made $100,000. Okay? So this is something that we know. We know how to make $100,000. All right? So if you want to be a part of something like that, join the community. It's down in the description. It is free right now for the first 50 people. Okay? It is brand new, which is why it's free. We need to get some people in there. All right? So go ahead and join. Be one of the first to join so you can have it free indefinitely. Get everything that's in there to show you how to build a service business, how to build your confidence, how to build your sales models and your discipline, and just how to level up every single day, every single month, every single year of your life. So join the community. Be one of the first. Go in there, introduce yourself. I'll be in there every single day from this point forward. And we'll build that thing to a community of men that just dominate. Confidence and closers. You need to be confident throughout your entire life. And you need to know how to close. Be a closer in everything that you do. And that is all I have for you guys. That is all that I have. God has given you everything that you need to be in control of your life. So be in control. Join the community. I'll see you guys next time.